Welcome back to Munchies with Jazz. I'm back with another Real Housewives of Potomac review. I'm not crazy about it, but I've been watching it. It's a little stupid to me, but I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. I'm on season 10, episode 5. Thank you guys for everybody that been subscribing to my channel. Thank you to everybody who's been commenting, and I appreciate it. I've been getting a lot of subscribers from going lives, doing cooking lives and stuff for dinner. So I appreciate that. I appreciate everybody that been subscribing to my channel. Just wanted to put it out there, just to say thank you. Okay, so let's start the review. All right, so the last episode, they left off with all the girls at the table, and they were talking about Chris Samuels, Stacy trying to hook up with Chris Samuels. That was the last scene. My eyelashes, I gotta glue my eyelash back down on this side. But yeah, they were talking about Chris Samuels on the last scene. That's Monique's ex-husband. Um, Ashley brought up Stacy, trying to hang out with Chris Samuels and everything. So Stacy uh Stacy and Ashley was like going back and forth or whatever, and remember they was trying to like get into Giselle's business a little bit, and then Ashley chimed in and was like, "Oh, don't act like none of us ever been out with a NFL player. She's not the only one. Like, raise your hand if you ever been with an NFL player." And then damn near the whole table raised their hand, and she was like, "Stacy, why you not raising your hand?" And then that's how it started. So Ashley was saying like, "Stacy, why you didn't raise your hand?" And Ashley brought up her friend Tatiana, saying that Stacy wanted to meet Chris and everything. Like, she wanted Tatiana to introduce them or something like that. And Stacy was just like, "Well, they're good friends. I adore Chris. He's a great man. We're good friends. He's a good father. We have friends in common, and that's about it. We both had divorces. That's it. It wasn't nothing more than that." And then um, Ashley says that Chris telling people you was trying to holler at him and all that. So um, she says, well, Stacy was like, "Well, wouldn't you tell people?" Like just saying, like, what's wrong with that? Like, what's the problem? Stacy's a beautiful woman. So Angel chimes in like, "Chris is not like that. Chris not like that." And they was like, "You know Chris?" And she was like, "Yeah, he was one of Bobby's mentors. I don't know if he is or he was, but she said he was sort of like a big brother program because Bobby um one of the colleges that was recruiting Bobby was Bama. I guess that's Alabama State. I'm not sure, but that's what she said. And he was like a big brother for Bobby, and that's like the extent. And then Stacy clears it up. She's like, "I am back with my ex-husband. Like, this is stupid. Let's move on." So she they asked, "Have Stacy ever met Monique?" And I think she said no. She said, "Yeah, I don't think she never met her." And Stacy was like, "I'm about to live my best life with my nameless robe." Because Giselle didn't put her name on the robe and stuff, so she just Stacy make fun of everything. So that's what make you like her, because she don't take stuff too serious on the show. So I like Stacy. It's funny. So she was just like, "Chill on me, like, leave me alone." So basically, they just let it go or whatever. So they go inside and they start to sing "Happy Birthday" to Wendy, and they have a little cake on the table and stuff. And all the girls are kind of like gathering around. Giselle says, "You forced us last year to celebrate every day, but you only getting one day this time." Because last year, I think Wendy turned 40 or 41 last year, and she was like, "It's my 40th birthday." She just kept talking about her birthday, and it was like, "Oh my God, like, we know." So she one of them types, like, when you have a birthday and you celebrate the whole week. That's kind of what Wendy was doing. Well, Giselle wasn't having that on her trip. So um, Ashley was like, let's play a game. And then Kay says that she's kind of tired. She kind of want to end the night. So she want to go to her room and kind of chill, decompress. Because, it's a lot with all the girls. The little argument she had with Tia. I mean, with Jazzy. I get Jazzy and Tia mixed up. The argument she had with Jazzy and stuff, and the Wendy situation. Kay kind of just need to decompress and go, chill by herself or whatever. So, and it's Wendy's party, so it's kind of weird that they like, oh well, we all tired, but we just celebrating Wendy for a little bit, and they they start, I guess they playing like a question game where like if you either answer the question honestly or you take a drink, something similar along them lines. So Ashley Ashley gonna ask Wendy, have she ever been attracted to any woman, in an intimate manner or whatever. Like, how Ashley always gotta be the one to ask something stupid like that. So it's like, okay. They drinking tequila, so hey, I guess that's what's going on. But Ashley, she just irritates me. It's just something about Ashley that I just don't like. It's just she just annoys the hell out of me for some reason. I don't know. Do y'all feel like that? So, um, she asked Wendy has she has ever been attracted to a woman before, and then she says yes. I it was some stripper that some stripper somewhere that she said, and she said she had braces. She was gorgeous. I was like, what the hell? Like, that's what made you like the girl because she had braces, or maybe it was something about the girl. Some girls are pretty with braces, so I understand what she was saying, but it's like I don't know. I just thought I would just thought that was random as hell. So then Tia chimed in and was like, "I wish you would have asked me that because I got a crush on Rachel Meadow. I think she like a news anchor or something. They showed like a picture of her and she kind of like how Ellen is. Like Ellen wear like the little suits with the short haircut, but she just got like dark hair. That's the only way I can describe her. Like sort of like that Ellen vibe where they wear like the suit pants and the shirt, and then they got like the short cut. But you could tell it's a woman, but it's just like it's kind of on like the more masculine side. And I was like, what the hell? When I seen the picture, I was like, okay. And then Ashley asked Jazzy, do she think the cheating is over in her relationship? Do she like fully trust her fiance? Jazzy says right now, yes. Like she feels like everything's going good, so she feels better. In the past, no, she didn't trust him and stuff like that, but she does now. So that's good. And Wendy asked Angel who would she kill in the group, and Angel was like, "Oh, right now I would kill Giselle because uh she was like, they was like all laughing and like laughing at Giselle, and then she was like, "Oh, you called me a catfish. It's because you called me a catfish and all that." And she stand up and she like, "I'm that mother." I'm like, "What? You that mother? Since when?" You haven't act like that the whole show to me. But hey, I guess maybe she's shy. Some people shy. Like I'm shy too. Like, but if somebody get a certain way with me, that shyness go away real quick, and my opinion come out. So I feel like Angel. I don't know. Maybe she a little different. Maybe it take a couple little situations for her angry side to come out. Some people they lash out right away. Something happened, right away not to play with them. With Angel, it's like she had a I don't know, like she just that tough side don't seem she don't seem like she got a tough side from what it looked like. But we don't know her. We don't know. So um and then they was all kind of like laughing and stuff. And she was like, "Oh, I didn't catfish nobody." And then Giselle was in her confession. She was like, "I'm glad that Angel would kill me because that would show that she has a pulse, like that she's alive and breathing. Like finally, we seeing some action out of her." And Wendy was like, "Oh yeah, come over here to the dark side to Angel." Like, and Angel was on the opposite side of the table, and she walked to the side where Wendy was, and they kind of like hug, and they was all kind of like hugging and playing and happy, like, cause she opened up a little bit. And the next morning, it shows Kay and Angel. They hug and drink a little cocktail. I guess it's morning time or afternoon, whatever. They started drinking or whatever. And Kay says she wants to have a better day today. And Kay says that she's really disappointed in Giselle because of the catfishing stuff and all that. She was kind of like grilling Angel about the catfishing situation. And Angel was like, "You got two kids, you still pumping and everything. It's too much." Like it was like, "Okay, shut up. Like why you had to say all that? We know." And she said that was an insult, saying that about Angel with the catfishing thing. So Giselle walks in. She says, "Good morning." Kay was like, "I'm gonna be honest. We was talking about you, and it wasn't, the best way." So, and then Kay kind of like excused herself and leave the room because she not really want to be bothered with Giselle. So, it leaves Angel and Giselle alone, to talk or whatever. So they was talking, and Angel was kind of like tearing up a little bit, and Giselle was like, "Are you crying? Like, what's wrong?" And then Giselle said she don't want to hurt Angel. She was just really just commenting on the pictures. Like she feel like she wasn't trying to like body shame her and all that. She was just saying that the picture that she was referring to was of Angel's face. It wasn't like of her whole body. She was just saying it really just did not look like Angel. Like it didn't look like her at all. So it just which a lot of the girls said that they said that they don't feel like that looked like Angel, and it didn't. It looked like she tweaked her pictures a little too much. We all do that. I use filters and stuff sometimes. Like we wear makeup. Girls do stuff like that. Sometimes the pictures come out cute. You might want to tweak it a little bit, but that was a lot of tweaking. I don't really agree with too much tweaking on pictures and stuff because you want people to know what you really look like. You don't ever want to like look at a picture and you're like, damn, you don't even recognize yourself looking at the picture. So you just gotta be careful with that kind of stuff. It's good to if you want to tweak your pictures, people could do what they want to do, but I don't think you should do it to the extreme. We should love ourselves. There's a lot of things wrong with me. I be shy on camera. I don't be wanting to, be on camera and stuff. But I've got to do what I got to do sometimes. Like we all do. We all ain't supermodels and stuff. So Angel's a beautiful girl. I don't think she should ever feel insecure about her look. She's beautiful. They showed clips of her like before her kids and stuff, and she did gain some weight, but we all gain weight after a baby, and you just had a baby a year ago. Like give yourself some time. And that is, I do agree with Kay, like that's a little insensitive, because she does have a small baby, Angel. Her baby only like one, or like a small 1 year old. So she could be postpartum. She could be still trying to lose that baby weight, and then I think her other baby only like 3. She got little kids. I don't think it's not like her other child is 10 years old and she had like years to get her body together. Like she got little small kids. So you gotta be careful with that kind of stuff with a new woman that just had a baby. You want to be careful with your words. Be more sensitive. And that's what Angel was telling Giselle. Like, I thought you would be a little more sensitive. You had kids back to back. Like Giselle was saying, she was like, I know how you feel. Like I think Giselle kids only like a year apart or something like that, 2 years apart. So she was pregnant, for a minute, and then she had twins. So that make you gain weight and stuff. So I know Giselle know how she feel, but I don't think Giselle meant it like that. But we all know how Giselle gets. She gotta nitpick at something. Like Giselle and Ashley gotta pick something to talk about, because they not gonna talk about nothing going on in their lives, because they don't really have nothing going on. Even Giselle dating life seem boring. Like it just, I don't know, it just don't seem like Giselle got a lot going on. But maybe I'm wrong. Like she might just want to keep stuff to herself. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with minding your business and keeping stuff to yourself. You don't gotta tell the world every little detail about yourself. So Angel was saying she looked at Giselle like a big sister. She was hurt, um, and stuff like that. So Giselle says, "I'm so sorry. Like I didn't mean it." She apologizes and stuff like that, and she wanted to give Angel a hug. Angel was like, not right now," and Giselle was like, "Okay," but they was hugging the night before, so it's like, why you can't hug her right now? And then she was okay. Angel was okay the night before, when she was high fiving everybody and stuff like that. And then it's like the next day, she talked to Kay, and then Giselle came in, and then it's like, oh no, don't touch me. I'm upset about last night. It's like, girl, if you was upset last night, say you upset. Why your emotions always changing? Oh, I slept on it. Oh, I thought about it. Now I changed my mind. I don't feel that way no more. It's like, girl, how the hell do you feel? Say it, so we can all know and be done with it. It's like, it's too much. So I understand she maybe she just had the baby. Maybe she's still emotional about stuff. Cause I know after I had my daughter, I cried every day. I was crying all the time. All I did was cry. I cried at work. I cried at home. I cried in the shower. It didn't matter where I was at. Cause I was just, I had a lot going on at after I had my baby. So and having a baby on its own is a lot on a woman. So I feel like Angel, she got a 1 year old. Take it easy on her, especially with the looks and stuff. They need to be careful with that. She's a beautiful girl. There's nothing wrong with her. We all got a couple rules. Giselle got rules. Everybody got rules. So nobody's body is perfect. And Giselle aging, for her to be commenting on Angel, like the way Giselle aging, I don't know. She's pretty, but she aging a little bit. And Giselle can't dress, and it's a lot of stuff that Angel could say about Giselle, but Angel chose not to. So I think that they all gotta have that same boundary. Like, don't everything that come to your mind, don't damn say it. I think that's what Tia said too. Like, you should have pulled her to the side. You don't gotta say she's a catfish in front of the group. Like, which was right. I agree with a lot of stuff Tia say about etiquette wise. Like, but this is a housewives show. Etiquette that kind of get thrown out the window after a while, So, um, let me see. Where am I at? I start talking and stuff. Giselle was like, "Oh, you want to walk the breakfast and all that?" She was like, "No, I'll meet y'all over there." She tried to give her like, "Can I get a little hug?" She was like, "No." I was cracking up because Giselle was trying. Like, she was like, she tried to give her a little like pat, and Angel was like, "No." So I thought that was funny. So and Giselle cleared up. She was, "I'm not body shaming her or nothing like that. I was really just saying her pictures was tweaked a little too much. That's literally it. Like, that's all she was saying. I had to stretch out my legs." I'm just sitting on my bed trying to be comfortable. But yeah. Um so they got over that. The next scene, if oh yeah, and it flashed back to Angel hugging Giselle the night before. So Giselle was like, "Damn, like, I'm a little confused because she was hugging me last night and everything was okay, and now today is like she don't want to hug no more." So that's what Angel keep kind of doing. It's like she keep kind of switching up and stuff, and they confused. So last night, or not last night, actual last night, the night that that was on the show, that night that they was together, um when they was all having a good time. Looked like they was all having fun with Angel. So it probably threw them the hell off. Like, what happened? She slept on it that bad? Like, what, you had a nightmare and then you woke up and then you got mad about the situation? Like, but I understand people emotions can change. Like, you might be okay at the time and then you think about some shit and you're like, you're a little funny acting or whatever. Because I've done that before too. Like, where I thought something might have happened and I might have overlooked it, or like a friend might have brought it up or something. And I'm like, oh, damn, I didn't even notice that. Or I might have said or did something and it might have got taken the wrong way. You know how that go. So, they all say good morning. They like meet outside. Giselle says they gonna go on some excursions for the day, and she kind of mentions Angel crying, like, her and Ashley can't wait to tell people business. Oh, she was crying and blah blah blah, and then it kind of like they kind of switched over, and it's like the girls kind of separated into two groups. Kay and Ashley was talking because Ashley kind of just wanted to talk to Kay, and they was talking about everything. She was just saying it's a little too much with Wendy and uh what's her name, Wendy and Jazzy, with what's her name, I keep forgetting everybody's name. Kay has issues with Jazzy and Wendy, so she not feeling the trip at the moment. She a little irritated. So they was talking about that. The other girls group up and they was talking about Kay leaving Wendy's little birthday celebration. You know, and uh, Wendy says that Kay proves over and over that she's never was really Wendy's friend. Like, so that Wendy just, her eyes just opening up to little things. You know how you become like you and a friend might not be cool anymore, and then you see little things. I think that's what Wendy doing. So Angel comes out and talks with Kay and Ashley, and she says her husband was ready to charter her home, after the catfish and stuff and all that. And Tia says, why can't they just like move on? She don't understand, like, why Angel is okay one minute and then they keep like reverting back. So Tia like confused. They all are. I was confused too. So Wendy says it's like a dark cloud over Kay and Angel. They just confused with Angel vibes and all that because she keeps switching up. Giselle says that they're going to learn some history for the day. They're going to go to Alexander's Hamilton's house. They get on a little van. They head on over. The tour guide was so cute. He was singing a little island song that they sing and stuff, and the girls was laughing and singing. It was cute. It was looked fun. Like they was having a good time. I do think Giselle did a good job planning this trip. Like went that trip to when her dad, I think they was in New Orleans, and her dad was there. That was one of my favorite episodes when they went to New Orleans. But they had Monique. I remember watching that, and I was like, Monique was big and pregnant, and they had Monique in that heat walking. That was a little too much. I was like, they should have let Monique ride, or let her walk a little bit and then ride her to the next location. That was too much. I remember that. I was like, damn. And that just brought back a flashback. I watched this show since it first came out. So now I'm starting even not to like it. Now that Karen and Candace not on there, I'm kind of like, I'm not feeling the show as much. But trying to get through the season. I'm not feeling the season like that though. But we'll see. It might get better. And Monique coming too, so maybe that'll make things a little better. I used to like Monique. Um, the guy was singing. I was cracking up because Wendy was like, "Oh, are you taking some internships?" Because Ashley need to sign up for one because Wendy was like, "Oh, anytime I hear somebody singing a song, I want to hear a voice like his, not like Ashley's." And I agree with that. Ashley, oh my God, Ashley gets on my nerves. And then when she be singing, and she really thought she could sing, like she really thought that sounded good with that song that she did. I was like, oh my God, I could not take it. But it was funny. And then they show her on the news like not that long ago, so singing. I can't remember what it was, but she was singing something, and I was like, oh my God. It was not that long ago, and she was on TV singing or something like that, and they were showing it. It was so funny. So, Ashley just be making me laugh because she get on my nerves. Um, so they learned about Alexander Hamilton. He was born in Nevis. Is that how you say it, Nevis? And they he spent some years in the U.S. and he became big in politics, and he was a founder of the U.S. financial system, like as we use it today. That's what the lady was saying, like their tour guide that was at the house. So it was cool, and they were saying that he died in a duel and stuff. I don't know if it was with a friend, like it wasn't supposed to be a serious duel, and then he wound up dying, something like that. I don't remember everything, but yeah, it was interesting. So they they kind of walk around, as pictures and stuff like that, little facts, I guess, artifacts and stuff. And Ashley is walking around, and she calls Dean and the baby. I can't remember her baby's name. But they were so cute. They was on the video chat, and she showed them the artifacts and stuff in the house. And Dean was so excited because he loves his nanny has him watching musicals and stuff, and he likes a Alexander Hamilton musical or something. So he was really excited. So that was cute. Tia, Angel, and Jazzy go outside, and I think Tia asked Angel, like, how you feeling, like how you doing and stuff. And then Angel says she's an OG wag because she was friends with some of the younger wives and girlfriends and stuff like that of the players. She she kind of got to know them, and she want to do the same thing with this group eventually. Like she want to be cool with everybody. So uh Jazzy says it was fun when they all was together, but then it feel like when she got with Kay, her energy shifted or whatever. And she said it was her energy changed. She said it wasn't bubbly, it was like annoyed. And that's what Angel said. Angel was saying I wasn't really in a good mood. I was kind of annoyed, but I was, irritated at the time, but I was trying. I guess she wasn't trying to ruin the night or whatever. So Jazzy was confused, like, "Oh damn, it seemed like you was having a good time, but okay." And she said, "If you knew me better, you would know." Like they don't know you. That's why they trying to get to know you now. Like I didn't get why she said that. And they showed the clip of the night before of Angel talking to Kay. Like she left the girls, they was all having fun, and then she went to meet up with Kay, and then it's like her energy just died out. Like she wasn't in that happy mood no more. So it showed Kay saying she can't be fake and she had to go. And um Angel said something like, I'm good on everybody except Kay. Like she only really cool with Kay at the moment or something. I don't get why she said that, but whatever. And Jazzy says she got catfish pictures and a catfish personality. So it was like that kind of was fitting for the description. Like it do sound like she kind of like put on the show and then she really feel another type of way. But who knows? We don't know Angel. We still getting in her. We don't know none of these people really. I'm just saying. She knew on the show, so we don't really know how her personality go on the show. So they get on the van. They go to lunch. They sit down inside. Wendy says that, oh, we was finally getting a little piece of Giselle life, and here come Ashley, Captain Savo, trying to save Giselle from the hot seat and all that, because that's when Ashley was like, oh, we never all dated the NFL player Stacy. Like she kind of when they was talking about Giselle, when Stacy brought up Giselle dating the NFL player, Ashley was like, "Oh, haven't we all dated one, Stacy?" And like threw her under the bus, and then everybody attention went from, "Oh, you trying to talk to Chris?" It went from Giselle to Stacy. So, uh, Stacy actually was like, "Yeah, that's because you was like pointing the finger at Giselle," and Stacy was like, "Well, y'all point the finger at me all the time," and Ashley was like, "Well, you lie, so that's why we be doing that." And Giselle was like, "I didn't lie. You lied about Chris." And then Wendy says, "No, we not gonna move on from the Giselle situation. We gonna stay right here and ask her some questions. We gonna see what's going on because y'all trying to deflect." So she was trying to get some info out of Giselle. So Giselle says her dad wanted her. She getting older. Her dad was getting older. She was getting older. He kind of just wanted her to find a comfortable shoe, like somebody that she's comfortable with, even if she don't get married, I guess, or whatever the case is. He want her to have somebody where she not lonely, somebody that what father want his daughter, if something happened or whatever, he probably want her to be protected and a man that love his daughter. So that's all he wanted, and he talked to Giselle about that. And she says that Sean is comfortable for her, but it didn't sound like she was like in love with him or nothing like that. She just seemed like they probably just be kicking it sometimes here and there. And Wendy was like, "Oh, like, have y'all done anything, intimate?" And she was like, "I don't know what you're talking about." And then she kind of switched the subject. And then Wendy was like, "Well, this was gonna tell me everything I need to know. Have he met your kids?" And then Giselle was like, "He met Grace," and Grace says he checks all the boxes and stuff like that. So Wendy kind of got a little wanted to kind of meet Giselle with the heart, like and tell her she's happy for her. She wants the best for her, and she's glad. She Giselle want to protect her heart. That's why she's so like guarded and stuff. She don't tell too much about herself. So Wendy's understanding her. So it seemed like Wendy and Giselle is cool. Like they saying like, oh, we are cool with each other, because Giselle appreciated Wendy, looking out for her and stuff, like trying to pry into her business so she can know about her friend. So, and making sure the guy Sean doing what he's supposed to do. So they eating, and then Angel says, "Oh, my husband sent me 5,000." Uh and I guess for them to go shopping without, she just felt the need to blurt that out in front of everybody. I guess they was going to the flea markets and all that, and he sent her $5,000, and they was just like, okay, well that's nice. Cause they all, everybody on this show, they if they want $5,000, they kind of, oh, I got my own money, and they don't ask husbands for stuff. They independent. Most of these women ain't even married. Only Angel and Tia, are they the only married ones? And Wendy, and so they go to Tia. They like, oh well, how did you meet your husband? And she was like, oh, we met in London. I was out shopping and I was trying on this leather jacket, and I heard an American accent say, you look good in that, or that looks good on you. And that's how he found his queen, and they went from there. So that was cute. Wendy asked her, was her family like okay with her dating a guy that's not Nigerian? And she was like, no, like they was not okay with it. And she noticed it. She really didn't think cultural differences would play a factor in her marriage, because they're both black. She just from she's a little more prim and proper than him, but she didn't feel it was that much of a difference. Like like I felt like that too. My daughter's dad, he like mixed with a whole bunch of stuff, but I guess he's white. You consider him like a white guy. He it's not cultural differences, but it's just like different things. Once we had a kid, it was like different stuff. But for the most part, it's not that much different. Even though he's white and I'm black, it's not that much. But I know what she was talking about. Like when you have kids, that kind of wake up little stuff that you never thought about. So she was saying that her kids are kind of like too laid back. Like they call her bro and stuff. She don't play that. Her Nigerian family like we don't do that bro stuff. But her dad, her husband is okay with that. So it's like her kids, she trying to get them on more respectful wave or whatever. So uh yeah. They all get on a little party bus, and there's a pole on there, and Ashley, she jump up on there and all extra, and I just wish I never saw Ashley do that. And it wasn't bad, but she just, I don't know, it's just something about Ashley. It's nothing cute about Ashley to me. Like I don't know what a guy would. She's not ugly. It's just I don't know. She just seemed annoying, and and when they showed Wendy, Wendy like grabbed the pole and just gave it like a little stiff turn. Like she just gave a little stiff turn around. She didn't really do anything, and they was all just laughing at her. And Wendy says that she's not really feeling that good because they had a little bug in her house before she went on the trip. She should have never went if you got a bug in your house. Or you should have told the girls, like, hey, my kids was coughing or whatever. Like, at least let the girls know. Put a mask on, whatever, while you're on the plane. Try to take your little precautions. Take a damn emergency. Do some stuff to kind of, like, prevent yourself from getting anything. So she's starting to feel a little sick. And, let me see. I'm trying to check. Yeah, they go to a little flea market for souvenirs and stuff like that. Wendy's not feeling good. She sits down. Giselle checks on her. Angel sends like a S messages. I don't know if I could say it text, but the other word. And she sent that to him. And Stacy says, "Oh, I want to send that to my husband." And then she does it, and she sends like this picture of her like, and then she was like, want to do that with me? And then he was like, what are you? Because she sent just the word, and then he was like, "Are you doing that? Do you want to do that? Like, what's going on?" He was confused, and then she was like, "With me," and then she sent him a picture. Her hand was up like this. I was cracking up. It was so funny. She sent him a picture like that, and then he was like, "Oh, I think you text the wrong number." And Ashley was like, Ashley was like, "Oh, I don't know how to feel about that. Like, I don't know how to feel." It was a little embarrassing, but Stacy was like, he got a different type of sense of humor, like, cause he not from here, so you know they a little more serious, like German people and stuff. They sense of humor probably totally different from ours, and they showed the clip that him and Stacy was in a restaurant eating. She was like, "Ooh, it's getting hot up in here." He was like, "I'm not taking my clothes off." Like he was just kind of like, "Oh, you getting hot? Okay." He didn't like an American guy probably would have played with her, probably start singing the Nelly song and all that. But him, he like maybe behind closed doors he like more open with that. But some people don't like that kind of stuff. He on camera, he probably don't want to look a certain way. So Stacy says, yeah, his sense of humor is different, and they go to a little like drum session thing after they done shopping. It's like they bang on like those little Caribbean sounding drums. It was cool. They kind of like get on the stage and just play the drums. They was all having fun. And Wendy was all sick. She said, "I'm gonna hit the drum one time." And then she goes to her room and they bring her like some soup and crackers and all that. I think it's Giselle and Stacy. I don't know. But they brought her some stuff. They all get ready to go out. They go to like this little bar and grill. They was like, "Ooh, I smell reefer." What? Stacy is like, "Oh, we must be in the right place." They was like, "It smell like barbecue and weed." So they sit at the table. The owner comes over. He gives them a drink called Killer Bees. And Kay was like, "This a killer wasp bee. Like, this is a strong drink." So he says he's going to cook for them personally. Angel says, "Is she going to be?" She said, "Am I going to be on the menu tonight?" And then Giselle's like, "Well, the night is still young." Like, just messing with her and all that. And then Giselle tells Kay that Giselle tells Kay that Wendy was offended that she didn't go to her birthday celebration. She just kind of like up and left. And Kay was like, "Oh, well, thank you for telling me because I didn't think that Wendy really cared, like I didn't really think nothing of it." And so she was glad Giselle told her Wendy was hurt. And Kay was like, "Well, at least y'all had a good time with Angel. Like, at least y'all had a good night." And then Tia was like, "Oh, well, she didn't have a good night." And that's what she had told Angel told Jazzy and Tia that when they was at the Alexander Hamilton house. She was like, I was more irritated than in a good mood. So that Jazzy said something, and then they were so confused, and let me see where I know Giselle was confused, Wendy was confused. um Tia said, "Well, I would want to know if my pictures was too filtered too." And then Jazzy was like, "Well, I'm gonna tell you they are." I was like, "Dang!" Like she just she just told her, "Yeah, I'm gonna tell you they are." And she was like, "Well, damn, thank you for telling me." So, but Tia played it cool. She wasn't like mad about it. But she was like, "Well, I think you do this to your pictures," or she didn't get like petty or nothing. She was just like, "Well, thank you for telling me." Like she probably didn't want to hear it, but she still just took it like, okay, whatever. Like I just asked for people to tell me, and you told me. So, um, let me see, where am I at? Kay tells Jazzy she was hurt that Jazzy made it seem like they was talking about that Jazzy made it seem like Kay was talking about Wendy from like the last episode or episode before that. They was kind of arguing about that because she was like, "Oh, Wendy was talking bad about Kay was talking bad. She made it seem like Kay was talking bad about Wendy, and but she never really said like what happened or nothing like that." And then Jazzy brought up Kay bringing up something about a private convo. I guess Kay repeated it to the group where she said something to somebody about her and Jasmine. Jasmine, her and Jazzy was talking about. I don't know. It was something along them lines, and Jazzy was saying that Kay don't take accountability when she do stuff wrong, because she did something wrong too. So it's like, you gonna own up to what you did. So, Jazzy asked Kay, like, are you jealous because you like brought up my man and him having 2 kids on me? He didn't have 2 kids on me. That was a lie. And I remember when Jazzy last season, Jazzy said that something about her boyfriend having 2 kids, and the kid was like a year old or less than a year old, and they was together, and I don't know, it was something along them lines where he had a kid or two while they was dealing with each other, but they could have, maybe they was just talking at the time, or we don't know the whole extent of their relationship at the time when he was having the kids and all that. So, um, Jacqueline told Kay, Jazzy called her a snake. Jacqueline is Mia's friend from last season. Mia not on the show, and Jacqueline, they was like best friends. And I guess they cool with Jazzy. I don't know. And she told her that. And then Kay told Jazzy not to trust Wendy. And then it's like she was like, oh well, Jazzy made it seem like she had like a big secret about Kay. Like, oh well, she said in the confessional, she didn't say it at the table with Kay said, but she said it in the confessional, like, oh, she told me not to trust Wendy. Kay said not to trust Wendy. And then the episode kind of went off. I don't know if they gonna like, they was trying to add like a cliffhanger for the next one, but it was kind of like, okay, you act like she said something crazy. Like she said that, so I don't know, like it was something extreme. She made it seem like that. She made it seem like it was something extreme that she had to say, but it really wasn't. But maybe they'll follow up and have like an explanation why she said that. So we'll see. But yeah, so the episode, it was okay to me. I do like the vacation portion of the episode. I thought that was cool. But yeah, so um yeah, leave me some comments. Let me know what y'all think about the episode. Do y'all watch the show, or y'all just watching reviews? What do y'all think about Angel and Tia? Um, yeah, what y'all think about the Wendy situation with the charges and stuff? I don't know what's going on with that now, but I don't know. But yeah, what do y'all think about that? Just leave me some comments. Let's talk about the episode. I want to say thank you to everybody who watched the video. I'll be back with the next episode, episode 6. So we'll see what happens. And I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you didn't hit it, if you're still here. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.